Okay. Hello, we are live. Let's go ahead and kill this. And all right, we've got somebody here chatting already. Great. Fantastic. We like that. Yes, we do. Okay. We've got 6 chatters. Ooh, the big 6. Michael Goldsmith gets in there first. Hello, Michael Goldsmith. Hey, Luke. Hey, Debbie. How's it going, guys? You're definitely not the most boring show on the internet, Patrick. The most boring show on the internet. Dog's leash. It's carried through all kinds of stuff. The dog is, it's right here. He's the big head, just chilling. I think I'm gonna go take that other computer off the internet really quick. I hear it's dinging away. Ding, ding, dinging away. Okay. Hopefully that'll stay off the internet. I may have turned on auto reconnect, which is gonna try to reconnect it. But yeah, my solar guy is here, and we are not gonna hook up the battery today. I've decided to double the battery. So he said, if you're gonna get another battery, we might as well wait to get the second battery put in. He says because we're gonna have to unhook it all and rewire everything. He said, if you wait, I can just fucking get it all done in one shot. I was like, I'll wait. We'll go ahead and we'll order it because I'm fine, man. I'm barely using any grid power at all, except at night. I do use grid power at night, but not a lot. I don't have a lot of things running at night. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll wait because I just don't want them to have to put themselves out rewiring and shit, and it is a big deal. So I'm gonna get 2 more inverters and I'm gonna get another battery, and it is a capacity now where I will have somewhere around 33 kilowatts to last me through the night in the battery backups. I'll have between the 2 batteries, I'll have 33 kilowatts. So I'm not gonna burn up 33 fucking kilowatts at night. Yo, Enoch. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Terry. It's snowing. Randall, Steven, Sarah, you are definitely not the most information on the internet. Okay. Does he read comments off the Facebook chat? Giovanni. Why don't you try asking me, Giovanni? Love the shirt. I was going to make an ass of myself and call it a tap out shirt. It's a tip out shirt. Am I coming through or aren't you really there? Constantly amazed by the amount of tilt you can get out of that chair. Yeah, fucking do that side to side shit. Got them goddamn hydraulics up in this bitch. With the side to side motion. I got that 4-wheel motion, son. Like a pimp. This is me, I'm like a pimp. Carrie, if you act like a fucking little child, I'm gonna block you from my live stream. Calm the fuck down. Hey Todd, hey Nick. I don't understand what your fucking deal is. Everybody needs some goddamn attention, you know? If you guys can't tell, you know, Carrie, there's your fucking chat right there. Okay, it's right there on the screen. Calm the fuck down. Bill! Jiggles! David, hello. You've just been staying home blazing, playing games, watching TV. What's unreal. Jiggles dipping. Bob Cantwell was just at the gas station getting some milk. Some dudes Says, dude, why you so ugly? But I told him, go fuck himself, and told him if I catch him on the streets, he's... Bob, what? Why do you have... Bob, why do you have so many problems with people, man? It seems like everywhere you go, it seems trouble follows you around. Huh. And you play no part in that whatsoever? It's fucking weird, dude. No one's ever said that to me in person before. What you should have said was, I'm not ugly, I'm just a little frumped up from fucking your mom. That's what you should have told him. Fucking prick. I'm one of the few that read your chats. Erica, all right, good. There are 6 Facebooks altogether. But good, I'm glad you got another one. It's a good thing. Where's the boy? He is right here. He's right here. My baby boy. Your baby boy. My baby boy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get you guys in a place where you're really going to be able to see him good, but he's just in a bad spot. Gotcha there, okay. Alright, you guys are all caught up. We're all good. Who can tell me the last time I did a dab? Anybody know the answer to that question? All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, tisms for all. We're going to call this one late top of the hour, guys. Cheers. Please remember to share this in large groups on Facebook for me, guys. Share it all over Twitter. Retweet this show. Get some more people here. Let's blow it up. Let's get 100 people here. Fuck it. Partay with Nay. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, guys. I can't remember the last time I did a dab. That's why I asked you guys. So I called a bank today and I told them, your new 2-step verification sucks my dick. I said, and if you don't shut that shit off, I'm going to move my money into another bank. And he said, sir, could you please hold on? I go, yeah. Came back and he's like, hey, we're going to go ahead and waive your 2-step verification for a year. I said, okay, well, I will leave my money in your bank for another 365 days. And you guys can think about it. When you got the kind of money that I've got sitting in a bank, they listen to you. And the last thing they want is for you to take all that cash out of their fucking bank. Hey, Cobra Dad, what's up? So, I got me a year of fucking none of that 2-step bullshit verification shit. Cobra Dad, how big is your dog? My dog has stopped growing, bro. My dog is 47 pounds. He's not getting any heavier, which is fine with me. He's almost controllable. Almost. But he doesn't seem to be putting on any more weight. Yeah, I'm feeding him. We've got plenty of food. Little black nose on him, so cute. I'm the only live streamer that you can't watch. Huh, it's weird. I have no idea what's going on. Danny, what's up, son? I wish I knew what was going on with your system there. Yeah, man. What, Cobra Dad? You're saying that Jimbo's not putting on any more weight either? What is he, like 60? Fucking 65 pounds? 60 flat for 2 weeks. Huh. 60? I figured he would have been way over 60 by now. Isn't that weird? And Rogan never even hit 50 pounds. Huh. Yeah, that was such a great dab. I think I'm going to do another. In this thing now. Psh, unreal. I got an idea. You ever seen anybody dirty up glass before with some oil? This glass keeps slipping, and I'm going to try to lock it down with a little bit of oil. There we go. I think that'll work. I guess I do too, Billy, huh? I don't see anybody named Shelly in here. It's nice. I only watch one other live streamer besides you except for Jimmy Dore. Dennis. Cheers. Pam. Take one for me, Nate. I'm laid up with 2 broken legs. Jesus Christ. How did you break both legs? How do you break both legs simultaneously? Was that a car accident or something? My God. That sounds so painful. Ugh. Jenna says Undertaker. I don't know what you mean by that. He's our baby boy. Dino definitely blessed my family. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Me too. I'm very grateful to have this dog. And the opposite ankle? God damn, Pam. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Jeez, fucking Christ. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is a tizzle for all. Quarter of the hour. Cheers, everybody. It's time to smoke again with Trendy As Dabbers on Twitter, trendyasdabbers.com, Trendy As Dabbers on YouTube. Over 21 channels. Cheers, guys. See if you can find all 21 of my channels on YouTube. It's fun. You'll find videos you never knew existed. I don't know about Lyme disease. Not that I'm aware of. But if you suffer from pain, it'll help. Thanks, like it's finally something boring to watch. That's funny. 4K 55-inch. Hell yeah. Hey, Lisa. I look life size. Right in your face. Bah! Congressman. I could play that song for you. I could play it for you right now. I haven't played it in a long time. I kind of forgot that I even knew it. In fact, I may have forgotten it. Your son? Oh, cool. Thanks, Monique. I hope he likes it too. Shelley Halliday Swift. Shelley, I don't know if you're blocked. It looks like you are, so let me see what's going on with that. I'll see if I can unblock you. Shelley Halliday Swift, huh? Let me see what we got here. You must be on here, right? Shelley Halliday Swift, you got blocked a long time ago. I blocked you for some reason, but now you're unblocked, Shelley, okay? So, I have no idea why you were blocked there. I guess you have no idea why you're blocked either, so we'll just start from scratch, and we'll see where it goes. I'm sure we will figure it out eventually, though. You know? I figure you'll probably do it again. Okay, it doesn't bring back your old chat when I unblock you, I guess. Okay. You're welcome. And I believe you when you say you don't know why you got blocked. I believe you. But you definitely did get blocked. And it's possible that it was an accident. That happens a lot, actually. Thank you, Pro Dragon. It happens a lot, man. People, I'll be trying to block somebody and the chat will move right when I click the button and I won't see it, I end up blocking somebody else. I probably was. I'm sorry. Okay, Shelly, welcome back. I'm glad you wanted to come back to the show. I'm glad you liked the show. You know? Happy 420, everybody. All right, Jiggles McBean is now blocked from my live stream. Fuck off, fucking idiot. Did you think I was gonna let it slide, you fucking prick? Xfinity, who is this guy? What's his story? I'm Trendy Nay, known as Trendy As Dabbers all over the internet. I've pioneered a lot of cannabis related things over the years, and I'm known for my inventions and the knowledge that I share to cannabis enthusiasts. I know these guys, believe me, they're excited. Is that what Trump said? He's such an idiot. You're a G. Dank stuff, brah. Thanks, buddy. Let's smoke. I'll smoke to that. Here, let me start with a fresh bowl. I'm gonna kick my wife's ass in, Bill. Oh, Bill is what's her name? Your wife? I forgot her name already. Oops. Hey, hippie chick. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is a business for all. Cheers, everybody. Green flower, please. This is what I got. Answers. Lil, listen to this vlog. Stop calling it weed, dude. It's literally called weed the world over. Get over it. Stoners call it thousands of names. And you think you can change that? Haha, good luck. We're actually making a lot of progress with the name cannabis, and a lot of people are jumping on board. And I don't care if everybody calls it that. You know, it's starting a conversation, and it's doing exactly what it needs to do. We don't need him. We don't need him. I got fucking Facebook open. Piece of shit. We should be okay now, right? Hopefully. I had Facebook open. I forget. For some reason I'm having some bandwidth issues that I've never had before. And dude, I swear to God, that if that thing is on the goddamn fucking A, man. If that thing logged back into my goddamn, I'm gonna shut it off. Go to sleep, bitch. I'm putting that computer to fucking sleep. Where's my doggy? There he is. Yeah, and you know, we don't have to convince everybody, Hash, and don't waste your time with brick walls. Never. Never. If he doesn't want to call it cannabis, that's him. You know what? All of his followers will see that answer, and they will lose a little bit of respect for him the way he answered you, depending on how you asked him. And they'll think about it, you know? He does not make a very good, strong argument. Do you know, there have been plenty of words in the world that today are considered taboo. We don't say them anymore, and for good reason. And I believe a lot of the words that refer to cannabis are the exact same thing. You know, if you respect cannabis and love cannabis as much as I do, then you're goddamn offended by some of these words. You know, and if you're not offended by people referring to you as a stoner movement, or calling you a dope head, you're not offended by people saying marijuana, and you're not offended by reefer and whatever. Well, you don't love it as much as me. You don't understand it as much as me. You don't have as intimate a relationship with cannabis as I do. You might say, oh, well, I smoke it more than you do. I smoke it. Yeah, you probably use it more than me. But like I said, you don't understand it. Because if you understood it, you'd call it cannabis. Hey, Sammy, how's it going, buddy? You know, somebody who wants to call it weed is literally calling it useless. And they're so dumb, they don't even know the definition of the word weed. A weed is a useless plant. When you refer to cannabis as weed, you're taking the word weed and you're making up your own word. Okay? Because you're taking a word that is a singular, a weed, and you're trying to make it into a plural word. So people have taken that word and they've made it into a fake word, just like marijuana, fake word. Weed, fake fucking word. Reefer, fake fucking word. You know? Words invented to hurt cannabis. And you can make up your own mind. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. Just don't call it that on my goddamn live stream, you know? Because I don't tolerate ignorance. You know? I won't tolerate your fucking stupidity in here. You go elsewhere and call it. Some weeds are medicines. No, Monique, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Monique, you are fake news. You know why? Because if it has a use, then it's not a weed. A weed is a useless plant by definition. Yeah. Please don't let him out. Yeah, I'm on the internet right now doing my show. What's up? Okay. Yeah. Any idea how much for the down payment on those three pieces? Okay. I'll send you 20. I already took care of the other one. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're QuickBooks. Yes. Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. 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 Stay safe, brother. I give you a hug. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Take care, brother. Rogan, you stay in this house. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, Shelly, find a local grower. You're in San Diego. There's got to be all kinds of people that grow in San Diego. But I mean, right now it's tough because, oh man, you really got to grow your own, man, because of this shit. You really got to be growing your own, everybody. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for a lot of you. Right on, Josh. Hash is like, wow, they can cancel insurance. Yes, they can. Steven Running says weed maps. Yeah, you could try weed maps. Rogan, stop it. So I just made a deal with him on how much I'm going to send him. So I can double my capacity on battery and inverter. When you guys see the system, you're just going to be like, "Whoa," because I know you've already seen the two inverters in the battery. It's going to be four inverters and two batteries, man. It's going to be fucking bad as fuck. Oh, God, it's going to be so bad. How big are the batteries? They're as big as a dishwasher. Same size as a dishwasher. Ice. What's up, son? It's time to smoke. Fucking A. Iceman is here. Listen to Rogan, bro. The solar guy is here. He's getting ready to leave, actually. And Rogan's just so happy to see somebody, you know. And the solar guy, he fucking loves the dog, man. But you know, if I leave Rogan down there with him long enough, he'll lose interest and he'll walk away. But not so much with Mark. He'll stay with Mark. Loud growing in PA, which I think is bullshit. Sammy, I would move out of the state. I can grow in California, so I recommend California. You know, my greenhouse is going up right now. Literally in the process of finishing it. So I'm so excited, you know. It's just we made a mistake on some of the plastic that we've got to replace. But that's going to be done, and it's all going to be covered, and it's going to be an enclosed, controllable environment, you know. Cheers, no law regarding cannabis. Late on the bottom of the hour, guys. Cannabis isn't just for all. It's like 20 by 80 feet. Very something like that. I buy seeds from Gorilla Seed Bank UK. You can Google that. Gorilla Seed Bank UK. Hey, he's gone. Rogan, he's gone. He's gone. He's left. He's not there anymore. Alright? Rogan, come up here. I'm here. Come play with your daddy. Rogan. Hey, what was that? What was your name? Derek. Hey, Derek. Interesting name. Move out of the bullshit states. Saw 2 deer about a week ago. I was walking the dog. He spotted them. I was like, what are you looking at? I saw something moving through the trees. It's at least 2, maybe 3 deer. They were about 100 feet away from us. They were just ignoring. I had a fire going. Rogan. He's gone, buddy. Come on upstairs. I'll give you a cookie. You want a cookie, Rogan? Run up on the deer? He would if I let him. He wants to go right over to him, man. He's all about running at the deer. But I've never let him do it. Rogan, you want a cookie? Rogan, you want a cookie? Cookie time. Stop. Cookie time. Banana. Rogan, he wants a cookie. Rogan, he wants a cookie. A cookie. I got the bag. I'm gonna make a splash of confetti. Just a splash of confetti in my mug makes me happy. Just a splash, 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 splash of confetti makes me happy. Happy, 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 happy. Come here. You get it. Oh. Someone got a cookie. See, that's the only way that'll work, is if I give him a cookie every time. If I promise him a cookie, I always give him one. I've never lied to him and said, I'm going to give you a cookie and not giving him one. Right? I always give you one. I'm a big daddy. All right. Good boy. Such a good boy. What a good boy. Cookie time. When it's time for the book. So it's still early. I think I'll have some, I don't know, just a splash. I'm just gonna have a splash. Just a splash of Peppy. I'm just gonna have a splash. Let me see here. I got the French roast. Hey, I got this French freaking roast here. I'm gonna have the French freaking roast. Hey, they say it's French freaking roast like that's supposed to be some kind of a good thing. I don't know. We're gonna try it though. Let's see what happens here. Hey, just a splash of confetti. We're gonna do it. Hey, look at this. Look at that. Hey. Oh, what's this? Hey. Yeah, so you guys are being like really chatty, yo. You guys are like all chatty and chatting it up, yo. Look at the chatting you're doing. You're so chatty. Conscience with the nay face. Impressive. Impressive. Fuck yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a splash of confetti. Oh, just a splash, just a splash, just a splash. Just a splash, just a splash, just a splash. Chatalotomus. Can dogs have cannabis? I have a high-strung dog. I heard CBD's okay. I'm not sure. Need your advice with them. California, they're so upset about not being able to get out. Yes, small amounts, but you have to be very careful. Don't want to overdose your dog on cannabis. Okay? You got to be careful. You know, if you give your dog cannabis flower, your dog can get really fucked up. CBD is a lot safer, and you could try CBD for dogs and see if that works for your dog. Just use the correct dosage. You should be fine. There's supposed to be no psychoactive effects from that whatsoever. All right, just a splash here. We're gonna put a little. Here, let me try this. Okay, that's 5 pumps. I like it a pump. Intense and smoky. Intense and smoky. The French roast is intense and smoky. So, I guess French roast is supposed to be like a really strong. Yeah, that's good. That's working for me. I'm digging it with 5 pumps in it. Thank you, Hippie Twig. Would I eat a deer? I'll have vegetables. I won't need to eat a deer. But if you're asking me if I've ever eaten venison before and if I would do it again in the future, oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man. That's some good shit if you know how to cook it. Now, I got a friend that knows how to cook it. I would call him up and I'd be like, tell me how to do this. And he would give me all the, he'd tell me how to marinate it and all that shit. He's very particular and he's very protective of his recipes and things like that. But I could just ask him for the basics, You know? You roast the coffee? No, it comes in a little K-cup. Put it in the, it's called French roast. It just goes right in the coffee maker. It's like a trendy little name. French roast. It's very strong. Smoky. It's good. With my 5 pumps of creamer in it. 5 pumps. Sean Boyle, what's up? Growing. Grow Livy that join the cannabis and smoke it. Grow Livy. Grow Live. That. Grow Live. Huh? Sean Boyle. Boyle, what are you saying, Boyle? What are you saying, Boyle? What, Boyle? Boyle, what are you saying, Boyle? Where's my cell phone? I should check and see if my inverters are both on after he went down there and worked on them. Do you know he shut my fucking inverter off? He didn't even realize I had him running. I'm like, you turned it off. He's like, it wasn't running. I'm like, yeah, it was. He's like, it was running? And I'm like, yeah, I got it running. He's like, you're kidding me, man. Edgar told me it wasn't running. I'm like, Edgar didn't get it set. I did. I called the company. I was like, I fucking did it, bro. I solved it. Because Edgar couldn't even get that bitch running. He was fucking at his wit's end. I think the problem was they weren't both on the same fucking app. It's that stupid, But he had one inverter on his app, and I had the other inverter on my app, and that other inverter wouldn't go on. I texted Edgar, and I said, take my inverter off your app. And he texted me back, and he said, I thought I already did that. Then I was able to scan it in, and boom, it came right. Man, it took 3 minutes, and that bitch fired right up, and I was like, there it is. Just like the other one. They're both so cool to watch. The inverters have an animation on the screens on the front, and it shows the power going out of the, solar panels into your house. It shows that if the inverters are getting just a little bit of grid power, like 13 watts each or something like that, very minimal amount. It shows the power coming from the grid. It shows it as a small amount, and then it shows the battery, which isn't doing anything, but you see the battery sitting there. Once the battery is plugged in, it'll show energy going into the battery until it's filled up. And then, every hour or so, you'll see probably the battery will just charge up for a little bit, and then it'll click right back off again. Or maybe go into a maintenance mode. Like, I've got a car battery charger that does a maintenance mode. It just stays green light, keeps the battery at 100%. It's pretty goddamn cool. In fact, I'm using 4 of those right now as we speak, keeping 4 batteries all charged up. When I used to hang the toss of pizzas, this a customer, he brought his own venison. I made him a badass of pizza. It was a really delicious. I gave him sauce. I asked him, I said, do you like the sauce? He said, I like the sauce. I said, do you want some more? I'm going to get you some more. You wait right there. I'm going to get you some more sauce. Then you knock for 20 Torres. I'm going to get you some more sauce. Get you some more. Islam Sefer Bekov. Islam Seferbakov. Islam Seferbakov. How is the coronavirus over there in Russia? I'm kind of curious. Is it worse than? I mean, do you know anybody who's got this virus over there? Let me know, man. I'd love to know. I can you give advice on how to grow seeds? I really need your help on that. Okay. Shelly, go to trendyansdivers.com and read, click on the link at the top of the screen that says grow 4 pounds and read everything about growing that I've got posted there, okay? I'll go read it, and if I need to update some stuff about, you know, the basics, I will, like seeds. It's not hard. You can be like me. This is what I do. People are going to think this is crazy. I will take a 5-gallon bucket. I'll put my compost soil in it. Fill it up, perlite compost soil, the whole deal. Vegetable compost, the whole mix. I'll take a 2-inch hole. I'll usually use an implement like the end of a wrench handle or something like a little dowel. And I'll drop the seed down in there. I'll sprinkle dirt that's right there in the area. It still fills it back up. I'll take a whole bunch of compost tea and I'll just pour it on that seed. I've only had one seed not pop like that. In a 5-gallon pot. I've started my plants in big pots. I don't give a fuck. I wonder what he's running off for. Rogan, what are you doing? Oh, there's no water? You're like, Dad. I ran something out of water. Daddy replenished it. Maybe Daddy replenished it. Why? Damn, dog's thirsty. He ate. Did he eat something salty that made him so thirsty? Getting all kinds of alerts on my phone with my home automation back on. I can see my plants again in the grow, you know, live shot. Let's see here. how many things do I have plugged into this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 devices plugged into my hotspot. Okay, let me see if I can log into it now. I guess that's the limit. Because I couldn't log my phone into it. There it goes. Now I'm connected to it. Damn. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Here you go. It's a live shot of my plants right now. It looks like my fans are off. There. I don't hear my fans running down there. So I have a way I can log into my fans. Hopefully it's on my phone here. There it is. Yeah, you get cannabis oil for your pain from me. That's what you want. If you have pain, that's what you want. Yeah, go to trainingadsdabbers.com and check it out. Oh, man, that's a problem. Come on, man. Man, maybe I should check that and see what's going on back there, too. I'm having an issue. Let me see. Service. Huh. Service line is out, man. going on? Weird stuff. I don't understand, man. I'm having all kinds of issues in here. It's almost like there's some kind of a... Dude, my hotspot's off. What the fuck, man? I swear to fuck. God fucking bless America. Dude, 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 dude. Okay, thank you. All right, now. A Navy cruise ship has it, and the crew is spreading it among each other. Great. Here, try that. Okay. Okay. Look back. Online, bitch. Science, bitch. All right. I got my home automation all hooked up and running now. I got my home automation. Is it a scam? Probably. Probably a scam. Yeah, you're probably going to lose your money, and you probably won't get any cannabis. I have no idea who you're talking about, so I don't trust anybody who I don't know. How funny is it her name is Karen? Chuckles with their skin, monkey. Erica, thank you. Thank you. This thing requires my fingerprint for it to run. It's interesting. It's too much bandwidth. The fuck was that? Aren't you guys glad that you watch my show? That you can hear me saying, So, should we see if anybody's live on YouTube that we can fuck with? Let's see who's live on the YT. Yo, who's live on the YT? Let's see, we got Jimmy Dore live. Whoa, say no more. When you've got Jimmy Dore. What? Hey, everybody. Trendy Nate reporting in here live to bring you Jimmy Dore. Live from California, everybody. Jimmy Dore. It's the Jimmy Dore Show. Featuring none other than Jimmy Dore. Yeah. I got no sound though. Okay, I gotta turn that on. And let me improve this quality. Gotta improve quality. Gotta improve quality. Gotta do that. I gotta do that. I'm gonna do this and gotta do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna turn the sound on. Give me just a second. Now I could bring you the sound by doing this. I'm pretty tricky. Look.
1 to 10. 10 being the worst.
Well, I would.
But I can't hear that. So, I am actually going to turn it on here. You can hear it through my stereo system.
My head. No, listen, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell people it's not a cakewalk, but we can get through it. And if you don't have people around you to take care of you the way I'm blessed to have, reach out to people who you know have this. Do whatever you can to help out.
Just to be clear, I mean, you don't know necessarily how you got this. I mean, you were doing as much.
I was going to say, that does not sound like his voice.
And stuff.
The rest of it is the subjective conditions.
I'm like, that does not sound like his voice.
You know, it has been.
Anybody else realize that?
To build that alternative
Kind of funny.
Party, so we can build that alternative system that we need. And ultimately, these problems maybe could have been foreshadowed in a lot of ways, that the Democratic Party was always going to chew out.
Did I block Tim Rader? Let's find out. Filtering. Tim Rader totally sounds like a name I would have blocked. So let's see. I guess I could turn this back up while I'm...
It had organized the most racist and the most corporatist forces into its political party to become what is now the new Republican Party, and the Republican Party is sitting on the cliff, ready to be pushed off, and Donald Trump is now the leader of the Republican Party. That reality, the reality that the Democratic Party was never going to be convinced, was never going to be cajoled or backstroked or whatever into doing what so many folks, so many workers, so many poor people want in this country. And the mistake really lies in that ideological orientation of believing that the Democratic Party can be a vehicle for change. I think that has always been the big mistake. You could run in the Democratic Party and do the things that Bernie Sanders did in 2016 and 2020, but not take the orientation of, well, this is a party for change. We're going to turn the party back to where it once was. You could have done everything without that and perhaps have been even more successful in breaking the party into pieces. That was probably the only hope I ever had with the Bernie Sanders movement and phenomenon as a whole was, oh, well, maybe the divisions in the Democratic Party will weaken it and make it crumble so we can actually have the room to build a new party. However, what actually has happened is that Bernie Sanders and the rest of his team have unfortunately towed the party.
No, I did not see Tim Rader. Tim Reeder. No. I don't see anybody named Tim Rader or Tim Reeder. Nope. I just checked the block list.
But in my opinion, that was always going to be the case. However, now that it's exposed, we have to deal with that in a way that is inspiring, that will help people organize, that will get people going in an independent direction.
Maybe we should redo the chat.
And not towards, well,
I don't
we'll
see
get
his
him next
name.
time.
I went through it real slow.
Because the next 4 years are going to be hell. Because if COVID-19 is a testing ground for what U.S. capitalism and imperialism is really all about, these crises, they don't get better. Climate change is creating these kind of catastrophes. Capitalism is creating these kind of catastrophes all the time. The U.S. war machine is ready to create a catastrophe. It's already doing so in so many places around the world. The catastrophe is here. The crisis is here. The conditions are here for a revolutionary movement. It just cannot be trapped in the Democratic Party. That's the ultimate lesson. And people who don't want to hear that are ultimately selling all of us short. They're abandoning the working class. They're abandoning oppressed people all over the world, because this isn't just about people in the United States.
Right.
We have billions around the world
Right.
who are looking at the United States saying, we need, every time I go somewhere else, I've been to Cuba, I've been to China, we need the United States' government to stop terrorizing us.
Yes.
That is the big message. Whenever you talk to someone, that's it. We need that to end.
Well, guess what? I had a friend, Danny, who used to say this all the time. Whatever we do to people overseas, we're eventually going to do to ourselves. So now we're all our cities are policed by the military, just like we police other cities and other countries that we occupy. So now we have militarized police policing and killing us with impunity. We live in a surveillance state. And now what we do is imperialism is we, rape other countries, overturn their governments, turn them into puppets, regimes, and then we steal their natural resources. So what has actually happened right now is we have a puppet regime in Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Mitch McConnell that work for, and Trump that work for Wall Street directly for the industrialists. And so what they've done is they've now fucking toppled over our government, corrupted it, so now it works for them and not us. And now they've hollowed out our economy, given all the money to the richest people. They've done exactly to us. Now we're slaves to the corporation in our own, and poor. We're not we're not taken care of. We're poor, without health care, without any political power, and that's what we've done to ourselves now. What we've done to other countries like Libya and Iraq and Afghanistan, what we tried to do to Syria, and what we did all through South America, Venezuela, and so we've done it to ourselves, haven't we, right now? And that's what people don't realize, that we did it to ourselves now, this time.
And what I would add, too, is, in my book, I talk about how what the United States does abroad in terms of its imperialist wars have actually been happening on U.S. soil for quite a while if Native people and Black people are taken into consideration in their conditions. If we talk about post-Reconstruction and the lynch mob terror that white Americans organized on behalf of the establishment, we can see what conditions of war are like right here. However, that would require us to, and I think this is another fatal flaw of the Bernie Sanders campaign and the rest, that would require us to look at history correctly, and to also acknowledge the principal role of white supremacy, and that these real divisions, these real powerful institutional divisions, are critical in understanding what the U.S. does domestically and abroad. That a class-first attitude is, I'm a socialist. I believe class is the principal issue. However, if you don't see white supremacy and war on the same level as class, you're ultimately going to leave a lot of people behind. And I think, as much as I don't blame that as being the sole reason why Black people and other sectors of the population didn't just get down with Bernie Sanders, I don't think that's the principal reason, but it does have an impact. If he did stand against the wars, if he did talk about real concrete ways that the U.S.'s history is riddled in this beyond, Donald Trump is a bigot, I think that would have been a game changer in a lot of ways. But this just shows that a movement within the Democratic Party that is oriented within the Democratic Party is designed to leave out very critical aspects of U.S. history, U.S. political economy, the reality on the ground for so many people, especially Black people. Because if you do put that into the equation, you believe you're going to be destroyed. And Bernie Sanders didn't want to be destroyed when, in fact, we needed that right now more than ever. We needed someone in a movement that would take a risk, that would step outside of the lines and give us something more than just, we're going to run for president, we're going to run on these issues. That's what he's doing right now. Those tweets are all about issues. Great. It's great that we know about these issues. It's great that we know now that Amazon is robbing working people blind to the point where they're not paying any taxes. Great, we know that. Awesome. What now? That's always been the question of, well, what now? Is it winning the presidential election? Because he's not even trying to do that anymore.
No.
He's basically ceded to Biden. We're just waiting for the endorsement, really. He's putting all of his efforts in the COVID-19 campaign, yet the crisis is happening now. And his job, pushing through legislation,
Thank you, Shelley.
is not being done either. So we're left with
Less
this
than nothing.
political vacuum. Yes, it's a vacuum. It's a political vacuum that ultimately, because everyone's inside and quarantining, because we live in such a shithole country that we don't know who really has COVID-19 actually. Those numbers are all probably underreported. Everyone's scared.
I'll check the
was
block
listening
list
to,
one more time.
your show and the brave Amazon worker who organized that protest. And, everyone is scared. That's the attitude and the sentiment. And the danger about people being scared is that it reflects on the broader political situation. And Bernie Sanders right now looks scared. The progressive movement looks scared. But this moment is way beyond fear. We need courage. We need risk takers. We need people who are actually about class struggle. We need to be the ones demanding it. And we can't let anyone tell us not to do that. We must demand it. We have to.
Go to my Twitter feed. I have even union leaders telling me, Jimmy, lay off Bernie. It's like, stop apologizing for your leaders and start pressuring them. As Chris Hayes says, at best they're ineffective, at worst they're fucking venal, and it's our job to make them fear us, and they don't fucking fear us. AOC flipped us off. Fucking Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, the entire progressive movement flipped us off when they voted for this and then bullshitted us that they got something for us. Did Bernie bullshitted us that he got an employment in? Michael Bennett wrote that part. That fucking bill was set to pass, and he did a bullshit speech that had no effect on the bill, yet people still say he's fighting for us. You know why? Because he tells them they are, and he's not doing dick.
And you meant Chris Hedges, correct?
Timothy
Yeah, Chris
Pierce.
I said Hedges.
I
meant
found it.
Hedges. I
I want to make sure.
Chris Hayes, he's got the nice guns. Have you seen Chris Hayes' core? He's been doing some
No,
great
Tim
work.
Rader. My bad.
His core is really tight now. Chris Hayes, when I look at a newsman, I'm like, I want to know a guy. I want to know a guy who's got a tight core. Right? I don't want to listen to a guy who's flat in the middle. Right? I want to listen to a guy with core. I want him to tell me how Bernie Sanders is bad for me. That's what I want him to tell me. And Medicare for all doesn't work. That's what I want. I want somebody with a nice core.
Nice.
They gotta get ripped because they have all that money. They all have personal gyms. There's no excuse. We have to have the rips. We have to have the rip pundits and media liars.
I remember one of my favorite things. I was sick. I had the flu a couple years ago, and I was watching.
Yeah, he
New
hammered
Year's Eve.
Bernie today. You're
Rotten
right.
Eve with Kathy Griffin, a famous neoliberal.
He made some
and
good
she
points.
Was, but she's still funny, and she was on with Anderson Cooper. They were the team, and so she's like, "Do you have any New Year's resolutions?" And he said, "Yeah, I guess I should get back in the gym, and get." And Kathy Griffin said, "Really? You're a reporter, and it wasn't like maybe learn a different language or find something out. It's about I need to get abs. That's what's going to help you." It was exactly the perfect fucking, and she had no idea what she was doing, but she was exposing the entire fucking U.S. news media at that moment.
Huh.
His resolution was to get abs. Their number one news guy.
Anderson Cooper.
Shallow and callous as it gets, huh?
As it gets. And of course, Anderson Cooper is already compromised with the CIA. And that's what
Yes.
they don't tell you anymore. They don't tell you that, hey, CIA, he's working for the CIA. The CIA, they don't have to embed them anymore in the newsroom. They just put them right on air. They're sitting in the green rooms all fucking day, the heads of the CIA and shit, and then they bring them out as their expert. You're supposed to bring on someone to debunk the CIA guy. You're not supposed to bring the CIA guy on, you fucking morons. But of course, Rachel Maddow and Chris Hayes know that, but they're corrupted, so they do it anyway, because they're lying to you for money. And that's who Chris Hayes and Rachel Maddow is, and fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell, and Chris Matthews, what happened to him. So they're all worthless, and they're all liars, and they're all bought and paid for. And I'm the and even right now, even in the progressive space, as they call it, no one's fucking putting the pressure on the politicians. So they've proven themselves to also be as feckless as the leaders they cling to. And so I'm encouraging them all to stand up and fucking do something and start making them afraid of you instead of trying to make fucking friends with them or lying at their behest because your audience likes them, which is what I see happening right now. A lot of people growing their audience and they know where it's coming from and they're afraid to tell those people the truth. They're just like Sean Hannity. It's fucking amazing to watch it happen. It's amazing for me to watch them people on the left lie at the behest of politicians they like so they can build their audience. It's disgusting. Hey, thanks for the lane. If anybody wants to hear the truth about what's happening right now with the stimulus, what's happening with Nancy Pelosi, AOC, the squad, and your progressive leaders and Bernie Sanders, they have to come to this show because nobody else is fucking doing it. Danny Heifeld from the Black Agenda Report, I want to thank you for coming on. Thanks for illuminating our audience. Thanks for confirming every goddamn thing I've been saying on this show. And if there's anything you'd like to say, please, I'll give you the last word.
Sure. I just want to validate the need to have outlets, media outlets like yours, like Black Agenda Reports, which actually speaks to the reality on the ground that is happening with folks. It doesn't do it in a way that panders to any section of the elite, to any politician, to any aspect of the Democratic Party. That's not what politics is about. When I came back from China, I was floored by just how much investment has been done in infrastructure, how there's no homelessness in China. I don't think many people know that. How the biggest achievements that China has pushed through over the course of the years has been building the best high-speed rail and the most high-speed rail in the world, having the most renewable energy production in the world, eliminating absolute poverty and lowering poverty at a rate that accounts for all global poverty reduction in the last 30 years. So after I come back from China, you come back to this country where the system is in decline, capitalism is in decline, and you have an election that is bought and paid for, and Bernie Sanders tries to once again do the same.
I think that's kind of hard to believe what he just said about China.
And there's all this hope that it was going to work out this time, Iowa and then Nevada. But what wasn't being said and what needs to be said always is that in order to get things done for the people like China has done or like Cuba has done, they have a medication there that actually helps prevent the spread of COVID-19 interferon.
People are like,
get here because
no
of
homeless
sanctions.
in homeless in China. You're crazy.
In order
Someone
to get
just
the things
said.
that you want, you have to fight for power. And that's what's happening.
I
to
said
Cuba.
I
That's
smell
what's happening in
bullshit.
China, regardless of what people want to talk about, mistakes, and the people in the United States love to talk about other countries before they talk about their own. Just think about Venezuela. Poor Venezuela being sanctioned, and the U.S. is actually mobilizing.
God, this
war
kid's a
against Venezuela
douchebag.
right now. They're
Jimmy
paying
gave him the
small
fucking
and medium
floor.
Business workers, all
And he's
staff,
got 8,000
full
people
wages.
watching him.
Despite being under sanctions and having an economy that's being crashed by the United States. In order to get the things that we want, we need to fight for power. That's what people around the world are doing, and that's what we need to aspire
This
to.
kid knows
and
nothing.
If that means criticizing and condemning the actions and behaviors of political leaders that we may like just a little bit more than the Democratic Party establishment, like Bernie Sanders, then so be it. We have to do it, and we have to do it now in order to build the type of consciousness that will get us an alternative party, that will hopefully get us that alternative arrangement, that socialist arrangement that so many young folks are really looking for right now.
Hey, before I let you go, I don't know how much you followed this, but the DNC is still pushing forward with voting. And the last time it was Illinois, Arizona, and Florida. And Joe Biden was giving flat out false information. Bernie Sanders was telling people to go to the polls and wash your hands. And I said that was sociopathic on both their parts. How did you feel about that?
I have a friend in Wuhan, China, and he's been filling me in about the lockdown. And to think that the small Chinese city of Wuhan, which is quite big actually in comparison to a lot of U.S. cities, but in China it's just one of many. When you think about the extreme reaction to COVID-19 that occurred in China, the fact that they built 2 hospitals within days to address this because they knew that this was going to be a problem, and you have politicians in the United States running for office saying go out and vote, when you have cities in lockdown all over the world, China being the first example, because they knew people were going to die from this, and you have Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, the most troubling aspect of that is Bernie Sanders asking people to vote. It's unconscionable, and it shouldn't be accepted. This is a crisis, and
Okay,
it falls
Google.
right in line with just
How many homeless people
infuriated
does
I've
China
been
have?
with the U.S. government on all on all
2.41
sides of the
million
political
homeless
aisle.
adults. According to Wikipedia, homelessness in China is a significant social issue. In 2011, there were approximately 2.41 million homeless adults and 179,000 homeless children living in the country.
I'm going to do a super chat. I'll be like, yo, Jimmy, when you're ready for some truth, have me on the show. You won't get bullshit. I won't lie to you. This kid just lied to you. Here, how do I get rid of this? Cool. Here, let's do this. Super chat. 2.4 million homeless in China. This kid's delusional. Watch my show for truth. How about that? And you know, he didn't even have like oh, my bad. I'm glad I didn't send a super chat. I was like, wait. How old is that article? So I went and I looked at the date. The date is 2011. Okay, 2019. Homelessness has become a problem in China's cities. Here we go. I want to make sure I get a recent fucking number before I put it on Jimmy Dore and say that I know the truth. I'm going to fucking fact check myself here. Oh, you gotta log in to read the rest of the article? Fuck you. I hate that shit. Okay, Google. How many homeless in China? 2019.
Here is information from Wikipedia.
Give me the goddamn year. 2.5 million. What did I have? 2.4 million. There's more. Wow. It's hard to get the right number, though. Huh. Wish I knew what year this was. Does this get a year? 2015. It's not recent enough. "2019, that's The Economist. That's the one I couldn't read. Okay, let's see. This one talks about it.
I was like, t-shirt or collared shirt? I'll go with the collared shirt. And I shaved, so.
Me too. Look at that. But you can tell I'm hurting for a
2019.
haircut. You can tell I'm hurting for a haircut. All right, Danny, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye-bye. Hey, Jimmy, I just wanted to let you know that the Democratic National Convention has been postponed
Oh, Nelly.
to August.
Oh, yeah, we'll just move it back 1 month. And then
2011.
will be gone.
That's 2.5 million. It's
20,000
2011
people
numbers.
packed
It's a
in
long
one
time
room.
ago. I can't seem to
By the
get.
way, in 100-degree temperature.
I can't get a
And so
current.
you have to
I
go
can't get a
into it.
current number.
When I was in Cleveland and Philadelphia, they have these huge staging areas that you have.
Yeah,
to go
that
through these
chart's from
lines, and
2011,
everybody has to go
Scott.
through metal detectors and get wanded, and everybody's sweating because it's 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, that
Everyone's
chart.
up against each other. It's the worst.
That
it's
chart's from
horrible.
2011, man. Look at the
So
source.
everyone's going to get the coronavirus if they have a convention. Everyone will get it. Which is why we're having
2011.
this one.
As of in
I don't know, half
2011,
my friends are like,
that's
"Yeah,
when that was.
Like I even heard Graham. I'm rescheduling some stuff for September. Graham, there is not going to it's not. If the coronavirus exists, people are not going to be getting together because then it's going to start spreading again until there's a vaccine. So that's not happening. Wow, that was a great interview, Danny Haifong. That was fantastic, and I really want to let all the other shows, progressive shows, I just want to give a big thank you for leaving this huge lane open for my show right now. I think we're doing the best work we've ever done on this show. I think the Russiagate was the best work. Was some of the best work. The Syria gas stuff was some of the best work. Our Venezuela work was fantastic. When we went to Nevada and we caught on camera the unbelievable corruption that was happening in the 2016 caucuses there, I think that was a great work. And I think the last 2 weeks, starting from that Dylan Radigan interview until right now with Danny Hayfog, has been the zenith of this show. And
He doesn't want to talk about homelessness?
and not because
Dude.
it's hard. Not hard. It just takes courage.
43 million people in China live in fucking
I
poverty.
don't have an MSNBC
It was
contract.
70
I'm not
million
going to get an MSNBC contract.
in 20.
I don't work for someone who has an MSNBC contract or is looking to get one. You see what I'm talking about. Which is why this show is popular. This is why people come here. Because they can't get this anywhere else. And I'm glad to give it to them.
500 million
And
people in
the
China
reason
get
why
by
I'm
on
saying
$5.50 a
is,
day.
Not to blow myself.
Okay, so you got a roof over your head? Good for you. You're not homeless. You got
But
$5.50 a day. That's what the majority of people in China live on.
Jump on
Could
board.
you live on
Start
$5.50
questioning
a day?
Progressive politicians. Stop being friends with them. Stop trying to suck up to your own audience by saying nice things about them and doing positive videos right now on your progressive leaders. They're still doing it. It's fucking nuts. They're still attacking Republicans. You really think that Donald Trump is the problem and an inept motherfucker like that is the problem? Or do you think Nancy Pelosi is the problem because she actually engineered this?
This article doesn't have the exact number, though,
Nancy
of
Pelosi
homeless.
is worse than Donald Trump.
God damn it.
And that's another thing you won't hear someone say. And I can't believe I've turned on progressive news shows and they're going after the
gone.
Republicans. I just can't.
Article
believe it.
disappeared on me. Fucking hate
But you know,
that shit.
again, missing the moment. They can't rise to the moment. The progressive leaders can't rise to the moment. So again, thanks for the huge lane over at the Jimmy Dore Show, and you're all welcome to join. You're all welcome to join because we need you. And it would be nice if all of us could come together and we could all have some kind of coordinated thing where we all fucking put pressure on our horrible, feckless progressive leaders to actually do something instead of tweeting and fucking jerking off and doing charity online. Charity. They're doing charity. Hey, we raised $1 million. We're only about $4 trillion short. All right, so I have another story, but we're going to take some of your questions right now, and I'll be oh, by the way, Randy Weingarten. I just got a text. Randy Weingarten is she's the corrupt leader of the teachers union. Randy Weingarten is the co-opted leader of the teachers union. She doesn't actually represent teachers. She represents the neoliberal donor class. That's who Randy Weingarten actually represents. She's an infiltrator. She's not a real union person. She doesn't
Hey,
work
Kathy.
for the
Hey,
union
Preet.
members. She works for the donor class. That's who Randy
What's up?
Weingarten is.
Yeah, Monique, I'm blocking you
I
from my
criticized
live stream.
her on Twitter,
Fuck off with your
And a
bullshit.
former Clinton advisor came at me. Not a Hillary Clinton advisor, a Bill Clinton advisor. A guy who was
Fuck
there when
off.
they deregulated Wall Street, exploded the prison population, gutted welfare, and passed NAFTA. He came at me. And he got his ass handed to him, and boy, he hasn't been back. He got his ass handed to him, and boy, he hasn't been back. He's another one of the fake. He used to be a regular. That guy used to be a regular on one of the YouTube progressive shows, which is not progressive. That guy, the guy who was with Bill Clinton when they deregulated Wall Street, he was a regular guy, regular guest on another YouTube show. Randy Weingarten just tweeted out, Wisconsin, it's time to wash your hands, grab some antibacterial wipes, and get to the polls this Tuesday to vote in the primary.
Fuck that, idiot. Fuck that goddamn election.
The Democratic Party is officially a death cult, comma. How does Twitter allow this to stay up, question mark. This is going against CDC guidelines, comma. They're supposed to take stuff like this down and block the account, period.
The death
Your
cult.
country is actively trying to kill you.
Yeah, go out and vote.
Don't vote, exclamation point.
Way to go, Jimmy. I agree. 100%. Great tweet.
All right, Jimmy, shall I do the super chats right now as you
Yes.
prep the next story? All right, I'm going to read for 10 minutes. So get your favorite drinks on, and this is going to go back to 4:50. I'm going to read for 10 minutes. Let's see what time it is right now. It's 6:41 Pacific time. I'm going to go 6:51. Ready? On your mark and set, go. Seth Marks. The teachers went on strike across the country against the direction of the union leaders, and it was very effective. General strike now. Beetle Greg 07. Hey, Jimmy Company, love you. Keep on rocking in the free world from the village of Histon in Cambridge, UK. Thank you. Anthony, fantastic fly, fantabulous, ferocious, explodocious. John Chow, Dave Rubin reunion, love ya, stay safe. Jorg, 1 thumbs up for your favorite Jagoff comedian people. Breaking news, bring Jordan Sheridan on the show, please, love you all. Edward Kozak, separation of core and state. Geo Mad, Jimmy and the crew and the Hill are the only people who keep telling the truth. I don't agree with you on everything. I'm not even progressive. That's so funny when people say, Jimmy brings them the truth, but I don't agree with you on everything. I think that's interesting. He's the truth teller, but you don't agree with him? Okay. But I respect the F out of you. Keep it up. We sure will. Gregory, speak truth to power. Bernie and every other Democrat sold out every working class person. God. Zachary Titian. Trump just called out Schumer over coronavirus criticisms and says that no wonder AOC and other want to challenge him, and if they did, they would likely win. Gabriel Wolf Spirit. You know your government response is bad when people in other countries are saying, at least I'm not in the U.S. TDUB plays. Your pre-show music is helping spread the coronavirus. It's okay to make jokes to keep my sanity still, right? Keep your heads up. No cowering. Love ya. Edward Kozatek. Jimmy's going hard in the paint. Household Santos. Jimmy, look for what Sarah Nelson and Flying with Sarah has to say about the bill and what CARES Grant has to say about helping workers in the flight industry. I made sure to sign up to follow her, by the way. Thank you for the hot tip about Sarah Nelson. I've seen her on the shows talking about flight attendants and the working conditions. A.K. Lee, it's only one party. What? Democrats? Bernie sold you out? Forget him, Jimmy. Mr. Broken Nails.
I think I know what I'm going to say in the
Talk
super
about
chat.
Howie Hawkins, please. He pushed Russiagate,
Fuck Howie Hawkins.
which aided in the political persecution of Julian Assange.
Fuck Howie Hawkins. That's exactly right.
You got it, Mr.
By the way, he's
Brokens.
coming on the show. Howie Hawkins reached out again, and he wants to come on the show. And so I'm going to bring him on the show. I'm supporting the Peace and Freedom Party candidate this year. That's who I'll be voting for, just so you know. But I'm going to bring Howie back on the show, and we're going to hear all the stupid shit he has to say.
All right. Thank you so much. Looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. Really? Do you really think he's going to come on now? Derek Morris, where's my expanded unemployment benefit? Got my acceptance letter. They're giving me $188 a week. That's $752 a month. How am I supposed to survive in Pennsylvania? Derek, you Vitali, it may not sound pretty, maybe
Doing a
even
promotion
scary
for my
'cause
show.
decades of poor propaganda, but we need to ask Putin to take over USA. Only he can clean up a fucking swamp for real. Gibby Gibson, we are within the 21st century version of 1929, but we hope we find our FDR for this time. But everyone in politics now is Herbert Hoover. Gibby. Thank you. Christopher Chamberlain, Whoopi grilled Bernie yesterday. Today, she let the mayor of New Orleans off the hook for allowing Mardi Gras to happen. She's all smiles. Shocking. Of course, Christopher. Of course.
And Bernie couldn't handle someone like that. Bernie couldn't handle 4-year-old questions. Bernie couldn't handle a 4-year-old question without looking like a victim. And so people go, well, normally that would make people sympathetic to see him
She was
getting
all the way back
bullied.
on 450, I
Except
think
he's
she
not
said.
running to be dog catcher. He's running to be your leader in a time of a crisis. And people go, that guy's not a leader. That guy could get pushed around by Whoopi Goldberg, which is exactly what happened. Another big fail from the Bernie Sanders campaign because they're cowards and they're feckless and they already forfeited this campaign and they don't They don't know how to gain power. They don't know how to use the power they have. And more so, they're unwilling to cross their own party, which makes them cocksuckers.
You know, the idea. I'm not a politician. I'm never going to be a politician. But I don't understand that I don't have my 5 points already written down. What I'm going to make sure to say on The View. What I'm going to make sure to say on television. And you know what? I would be able to stop Whoopi Goldberg's questions. I mean, my gosh. He's an elected official. She's a TV personality. He couldn't have handled that, and it's because they have protected him time and
That's
time
right,
again
they
from
protected
tough
him.
questions.
They protected him from tough questions. What kind of tough questions? Whatever the fuck they thought I was going to ask him. Whatever the fuck they were afraid of that I was going to ask him. Couldn't even take my questions, which is why you fucking shrivel like a bitch in front of Whoopi Goldberg. Shrivel.
Yo,
Like, you
AZ,
look like
what
fucking
up?
Joe fucking
You came
Biden
over from
demented.
Jimmy
You
Dore.
couldn't handle Whoopi Goldberg.
What? I
Like
gotta
a
do a
little-
bong rip for AZ. What? Someone came over from Jimmy Dore. I can't believe it. AZ.
Not a leader.
AZ. Where you been, buddy? Where you
They
been?
can handle it. They can handle
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna teach you how to grow 4 pounds. I'm gonna
As far
teach
as
you,
I'm concerned,
AZ,
you don't have
how to
a
grow
burning
freaking
inside
4
you.
pounds. I
If you
will.
don't understand the
And if you
dynasty
want to
of
learn, you
people,
can always go to my website,
how would you
trainingasdabbers.com.
grow
It's
a
on,
talk show and allow
it's
people to
free,
ask you a
and there's a
question
page. You
that
just
doesn't
click on the
have
link
to
at the
do with
top,
real
and you can
issues
read
that
it
are
all.
pressuring Americans right now.
AZ.
It's
We're doing bong rips, son.
he's exactly.
We're gonna do some
right.
bong
He
rips.
supported Hillary Clinton.
We're gonna do the boo boo. We gotta do picnic basket. We're gonna put some cannabis in it. We're gonna make sure we bring our dubs. We're gonna make sure we bring all of the cannabis boo boo. Don't forget the cannabis boo boo. Waiting for this moment. Well, I've been waiting for this moment all of my life. Oh, hold on.
Thompson, Bernie fundraised.
Hold
organized
on.
people, Progressive media completely outside the DNC.
Well, when
That
you
is the
told
foundation
me
for a
you were
third-party
drowning,
budget. Rafal
I did
Rafal
not
received
lend a
love-
hand.
Love from Belgium.
I've seen your face
Joe
before,
Famous,
my
what's the beef
friend,
with Tim Black?
but I don't know if you know who I
We
am.
got our show, he's got his.
I don't know what
Well,
you're
I
talking about.
was there and I saw what you did.
I don't know what
Saw
you're
it with
Right,
my
right,
own
right.
two eyes.
Time for movement to move with
So
no
you
connection
can
to
wipe
someone
off
else.
that grin.
We
I
need
know
to
where
set
you've
up
been.
councils outside
It's
the
all
movement,
been a pack of
outside
lies,
the
lies,
movement.
lies, lies.
Anthony Daniel Hayfong is a great.
Well, I
guest.
can feel
Outside
it
Black
coming
Republic
in
Talking.
the air tonight.
Cesar Omar Sanchez,
Hold on,
revolution is
AZ
not
and
a
Francis
revolution,
Snyder.
revolution.
Francis, did you come over from Jimmy Dore's show?
Fidel in
Did you come over from Jimmy Dore's show to learn how to grow 4 pounds on a plant?
But I booked the killers.
I should pull out the bags of cannabis and show them.
Germany has got healthcare for all.
All right.
advanced social
No law regarding
security,
cannabis. This is for
vaccination
everybody that's
for
coming
all
over
on
from
Bismarck.
Jimmy Dore. Thank you guys so
Conservatives
much.
wanted to
And make sure you
replace
always
the
support Jimmy Dore.
We can't even get
Whether you
through
agree with
the
them on
pandemic.
things or
Right
not,
to the twilight
I love them.
zone.
They're great people. All right, cheers.
Spunky. Jimmy's not being a very good sheeple lately. Jen, Commissioner Omar Hardy for president. James Beadencroft, thanks for excellent live streams, interviews / discussions recently. Love you all. Keep up the work. Jim Garrison, tough words, but true nevertheless, Jimmy. Gabriel Reyes, why don't you critique Tulsi as much as Bernie cult?
Wow. Good question, man. And she read that. That's good. That was a tough question, and he answered it.
Gabe, seriously.
Don't be mad.
Aren't you disappointed? We're disappointed.
It's a legitimate
about it.
question. And
Who is on every network right now?
shine the fucking spotlight on
Does
it,
Tulsi-
Steph.
Does Tulsi have access? Or
Shine the
does Tulsi have a blackout?
Shine the spotlight on it.
Bernie has all access and not using it. But I want to talk about Tulsi. What the fuck?
She sounds like me.
Will demolish Jimmy has the perfect balance of logic and outrage.
Yeah, I'm turning her up.
Joe Simmons, truth. Sage and Fool, my conspiracy theory, 200 million angry Americans will too easily discover that spit will render authority quarantined. So what to do? Get them poor enough to sign up for the military and ship them to China. Sage and Fool. 21 grams of soul. Bernie doesn't want to be president. He wants to be the leader of a movement and change the Democratic Party. Then go do that. Would give $2 movement that organized workers and people in every state to have direct action. Thank you, 21 grams of soul. Gabriel Wolf Spirit. The gravediggers got fired from the church because the minister said today we will be burying a politician and an honest man. They dug 2 graves. Chris Picks, I licked 5 toilet seat today.
Why did she laugh at that joke? She never gets the
Is it
jokes.
funny? Okay. Richard Berry, Jimmy, you're showing us all
That was a good one.
why we love you, brother. You're on fire. I have absolutely no hope for this country. Maybe a new one someday. Wooden Mines, meanwhile, destroyer sent to the Caribbean, Venezuela coast for anti-drug war. 1.2 billion awarded to L3 Technologies for Space Force. DOD gets stimulus money. Thank you, Wooden. Unknown Space Pioneer, thank you for being true to yourselves. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando. Nathan Swan. Obama was an identitarian, vote huckster. Lunatic for BizCast, thank you. Roberto Del Greco, we can still put on our yellow jackets, get in our cars, put our protest signs on our cars, and lean on our horns, raise some hell, and make some noise in the streets. You are correct. And we have to target the destination for those protests.
Let It Be by the
because
Beatles?
They're home. Congress is home.
Okay, I need a keyboard.
Charlene Richards, we
Maybe
need
I
a
should
new
go grab
progressive
it.
party
I'll go
in
grab
the
my
United
keyboard
States
for you.
and not
Listen to Steph, I'll get my
criminal
keyboard.
DNC and RNC. Ray Foley, I've been wondering when you'd cut it loose, Jimmy. Actually been patient. I worked for him in 2015 and 2016, then woke up. But still, held out hope too. Thanks, Ray. Shep, what we need, the spirit of aloha. Midnight Sun, thank you. Girl on Orem say, Bernie or someone needs to rock the damn boat now. Might as well be Jimmy. Jimmy's doing it right here from our garage. DR, Jimmy, this guy is arrogant, unrealistic, coffee shop. What's his background? Well, he's an author, Danny Hayfong. And let me see here. The name of the book is an interesting title. Hold on. Exit full screen for me, babe. Where's Danny's page? Danny Hayfong. Let's go to Danny. I want to get the title of the book. What is Danny Hayfong's background? Yes, he looks young. I know, and sometimes when you meet somebody who's that articulate and that young, it can be threatening. But you have to kind of get beyond that and see how beautiful his beautiful fucking brain is. God, I love Danny. Oh, my God. He is a contributing editor to the Black Agenda Report and co-author of American Exceptionalism and American Innocence, a
And he says that there's
history
no
of
homelessness
fake
in China.
news.
None. They've solved
I'm hooked on
homelessness.
Danny. All right, back to you, folks. Jillian Morrison, I'm upset with you, Jimmy, because I'm realizing you're right about Bernie. Lori Mantingal, Danny Hayfong is awesome. You got it, doll. I'm moving back. Huckster, Greco, Charlene. Woke up. Spirit of Aloha. Jimmy Jam. Why we should, I'm at 6:15, ladies and gentlemen, and Jimmy is still out of studio, either making an iced tea or a refreshing drink.
A libation. A libation.
Oh, rebel scum. We should be angry. We should be very angry. Democrats have told us our vote doesn't matter. Republicans just told us our life doesn't matter. They both told us our life didn't matter. What did Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden say on March 15th before March 17th primaries? What did they say? They took the debate stage, they debated on bullshit, and all that should have been said is we're in a pandemic. There needs to be a general strike, and we need to take care of the workers, because it's the workers who are making this economy move right now. Not a CEO. Oh. Wish I could do more JD live on less than 500 to 700 a month, 6 years due to disability. Al, you're here with us. We appreciate it, Al Guevara. U.S. politics is just a show for the public. J-Org 1. Donald Smith, thanks so much, buddy. Take my Peace Eagle. Jimmy, did you see Ron Paul report this morning about the naval flotilla heading towards Venezuela? For, question mark, is it coincidental that A.G. Barr wrote the arrest warrant for Manuel Noriega? Tara Van Dyke, thank you so much. John Walker, thanks, Danny. Your work on Barr is appreciated. You/Jimmy are national treasures. Thanks, Danny. Your work on the bar is appreciated. Shadow Zach. Did you know the DNC pushed back the Democratic convention? Thanks, buddy. I think we saw it in August. Robert, please, if you want justice, you will have to clot people. Make it personal. Do as much damage as you can to get your message across. Jimmy, keep bringing Danny on. Great segment. There are people in the progressive left not afraid to criticize Bernie and AOC. Thanks, David Rutherford. Niall Flanagan, hashtag General Strike Now. Great show. Thank you, buddy. Space 99, yeah, no gigs. Someone finally paid Jimmy off. Sell out? Okay. Sandwiches. Videos of Jimmy Dore coming, crooning drunken staff for $4.99. Super Jerk, organized to sell of 3 people. Car protests to maintain social distancing. Only organized with trusted people to avoid CIA infiltration, right? Amir Ferrier, Trump says corporations could buy dead restaurants. Tara Van Dijik, welcome to Trump's ventilator games. May the odds be ever in your favor. Solidarity, let's reignite the labor movement. Okay, so we had this one, I think a year ago. We were kind of stressed and needed to hire a PA during the day.
Okay, it's top of the hour. Let's go.
The PA super
smoke
great guy. And at one point, we were talking, and he told me how he didn't like Hunger Games and he thought it was dumb. And I remember my head snapping back because Hunger Games has some shit to say about society. And there's such a metaphor and a parallel. So I really appreciate, I really appreciate it. May the odds be ever in your favor. Solidarity. Thanks so much, Tara. Gregory, hair dye, not yet. Classical Muse, hey Jimmy, Craven Biden told people to vote as well. But has he told people to vote?
Top of the hour, no longer regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
He hasn't said anything about
Cannabis
Wisconsin. Oh, Wisconsin. Ooh, Wisconsin. Hey, can we go to this camera right now? My team's not on the break, on the screen, my screen. All right, so I have this. Just get in the voting booth. We need to end this now. What a great illustration of the nefarious nature of Tom fucking Perez. Ugh. All right, continuing. Malcolm Marzo, thank you for your service being pissed. Vietnam vet. Thank you, Classical Muse. Malcolm Marzo. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Malcolm Marzo. Thank you, Malcolm Marzo. Uncle Father, JD and colleagues, you provide the best infotainment on the web. Fuck yeah, from your friends and posers up north. Right on, Uncle Father. Wholesome 01, no homeless in China. In fact, all the Muslims get government housing. Peace Eagle. Jimmy, please watch today's Ron Paul report. To make a donation with more defined message, please check it out. I was blocked. Thank you, Peace Eagle. Tanya Newton-John. Thanks for saying Pelosi is the worst than Trump. It's true. Signed a progressive. XX. Krishnada, any advice on starting up a progressive podcast? Do it. What's the fucking advice you need? Krishnada? Do it. Do it every day. Deliver your content. Deliver on time. Deliver on time.
Deliver on
There's
time.
your recommendation. What do you have to say?
Be around
You got
for
something to
7:10.
Say it. Graham Elwood from the Political Vigilante. Hi, Stefan.
Whoa. Dude, really? My fucking... God bless America, dude. My fucking mouse, I don't know what I did.
Tim's upset. I guess Tim's taking the shit personally. Aline FX. Trump running to the left of Dems considering expanding Medicare and Medicaid to now unemployed Americans. Trump is now beating Trump at his own game. Space 99 Yak. Thanks so much, Space 99. Donnie S. Thank you so much. Start a political party along with independent media and news network. The Comedic Party / the Comedians. Hashtag DemNZ. Hashtag independent
Zen1.
media.
What's up, Zen1?
Johnny Wishbone. Johnny Wishbone, is that emoji like, that emoji is wild. I love it. Callie Chef, Jimmy on fire, first time donating. Thanks, Callie. Happy I'm able to contribute. Keep on keeping on. Mocracy, would you have Dave Rubin on the show? I don't know. Wolfpack, bring us on Piker on this show. Ron Paul's report says Naval Task Force is headed to Venezuela. Peace Eagle. Thanks again. John Candela, thank you very much. David Anderson, why won't Jimmy call out the fake progressive channels by name?
Huh.
You don't know them?
Huh.
You don't know the fake progressive channels? Huh? List them in the live chat. Go live chat. List them in the live chat. I bet you'll be on fire. I bet you'll be able to name all of the faux progressive shows. I look forward to seeing them. No need to pay money. I will just be looking forward to seeing
Sam
what you have
Cedar.
out there. All right, here we go.
Dave Packman, I agree.
Is it Piotr? Zaramba?
Sam Cedar
The
and Dave
Jimmy
Packman.
Dorsch revolution has begun. Love you.
No
Thanks
law
so
regarding
much.
cannabis. Cannabis isn't for all.
Trinity Davers can alive. I ate veggies this morning from my own indoor grow room. Watch my show for more info. Learn to grow for pounds on a single outdoor cannabis tree. That's Trendy as Dabbers. Canna live show 3 times daily. Canna live show 3 times daily. Thank you so much, Trendy as Dabbers. Nima P. Azar. Jimmy, which show was the Clinton advisor on? Don't leave us hanging, by the way. This is by far the most left-wing show on YouTube. You got, oh, I'm seeing all of, oh, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say, yep, you got that one right. Yep, I got you. I'm seeing everybody, yeah. You don't need me to tell you who. You got all the right answers there. You're leaving out about 3 or 4 shows, you know. Anyway, yep. You got it. Yep, you got it. Yep, you totally got it, everybody. What do you need anything named by names? What do you need? So now you're just naming.
Broke my brain with that dab hit.
Thanks for the money, buddy. Albert R. Love you, Steph and Jimmy, even though you're giving me a heart attack. No kidding, right? Pro Putner. Hi, Pro. Jimmy,
God damn.
every time I listen to you, I feel compelled to donate. You're costing me a fortune, but I don't care. Be well, Pro. Nate B. Hi, Jimmy. We all know the money is fake. Not sure what is worse, Democrats feigning care for the people or Republicans being corporate. Vote green. You got it. Santo Santana, thank you so much. Space 99 Yak. Hey, buddy.